A CBC color presentation.
From Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, it's Country Time. And tonight, along with Vic Mullen and the Hickories, let's welcome a young lady making a name for herself, Donna Ramsey. And back again, let's welcome Jerry Cole and the Countrymen. And one of Canada's top country entertainers, Stompin Tom Connors. We're all here to entertain you tonight on Country Time. Hi, I'm Don Tremaine, and there's Ronnie Narble, Kenny Meisner, and the Hickories.
Don't think that I'll be hanging round while you're having fun. I won't sit here crying over you. From now on, when you step out, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll lock the door, put out the cat, and I'll go stepping too. Yes, I'll go stepping to my honey, I'll go stepping too. I'll lock the door, put out the cat, and I'll go stepping too. Every time that you come in, we begin to fight. You tell me there are more fish in the sea, but the bait ain't what it used to be, and I've got news for you. Well, after this, when you step out, and I'll go stepping too. Yes, I'll go stepping to my honey, I'll go stepping too. I'll lock the door and put out the cat, and I'll go stepping too.
How's that for opening? Thanks, Ron. Ken, great work. Well, our young lady guest tonight is from Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, and she's really doing very well in the country music entertainment field. Her name is Donna Ramsey, and here she is.
I don't want your lonely mansion with a tear in every room. I just want the love you promised beneath the haloed moon. But you think I should be happy with your money and your name and hide myself in sorrow while you play your cheating game. Silver threads and golden needles cannot mend this heart of mine, and I dare not drown my sorrow in the warm glow of your wine. You can't buy my love with money, for I never was that kind. Silver threads and golden needles cannot mend this heart of mine. I grew up in faded gingham, where love's a sacred thing. You grew up in silk and satin, where love's a passion game. Now I know you never loved me, and I know I was a fool to think your pride would let you live by that golden rule. Silver threads and golden needles cannot mend this heart of mine, and I dare not drown my sorrow in the warm glow of your wine. But you can't buy my love with money, for I never was that kind. Silver threads and golden needles cannot mend this heart of mine. Silver threads and golden needles cannot mend this heart of mine. Thank you.
Now here's Jerry Cole and the Countrymen.
There's a maritime telephone company in our town. and every afternoon I'm right there hanging around. Them telephone operators walking up and down the street, and any fool could see just what I'm there to see. Yeah, I'm watching the bells of Maritime Tel go by, swinging their hips and rolling their pretty eyes. Them high heels clicking, making me start kicking my heels up to the sky, watching the bells of Maritime Tel go by. Well, the Google-eyed traffic cop out in the middle of the street, looking every which way except where he ought to be, with both arms waving, giving everyone the go-ahead sign. You can tell directing traffic's not on his mind, 'cause he's watching the bells of Maritime Tel go by, swinging their hips and rolling their pretty eyes. Them high heels clicking, making me start kicking my heels up to the sky, watching the bells of Maritime Tel go by. They say the hemline's gonna be much shorter this year, and that sounds like mighty sweet music to my ear. I don't want you to think that I'm the wrong kind of guy. I just sort of got an eye for the finer things in life. Yeah, I'm watching the bells of Maritime Tel go by, swinging their hips and rolling their pretty eyes. Them high heels clicking, making me start kicking my heels up to the sky, watching the bells of Maritime Tel go by. Yeah, I'm watching the bells of Maritime Tel go by.
Hey, thank you. Country Time returns after these messages.
In Sunday's chapter of the Foresight Saga, Soames makes a final effort to avoid a scandal.
Whatever you may have been in the past, you are now a man of substance and standing. 50 years old, you're a successful painter, an associate of the Academy, hung on the line. Whether you like it or not, you have a reputation to lose. Now, I, too, have a reputation to lose, but understand this. Now, understand this, Irene. If you two don't swear to keep away from each other from now on, I won't spare you. I'll divorce you with every possible mark of disgrace. Right, leave her alone. Irene, will you swear to this?
No.
Still less. You are a devil! Get out of this house, Jones! And you're a thief, a trustee.
God help me,
I'm stealing another man's
Don't get out of
I'll
this
make you
house.
pay for this!
Certainly. Any sum you like.
I hope you'll treat him as you've treated me.
This is the dramatic opening scene of tomorrow night's chapter of the Foresight Saga.
With a guitar under one arm and a stomping board under the other, here's Stompin Tom Connors.
It's Spud the Spud from the bright red mud, rolling down a highway smiling. The Spuds are big on the back of Bud's rig, the from Prince Edward Island, the from Prince Edward Island. Now from Charlottetown or from Summerside, they load him down for the big long ride. He jumps in the cab and he's off with the pride so big old. He's got to catch the boat to make Clementine, and he hits up that old New Brunswick line. To Montreal he comes just a flying with another big load of potatoes. It's Spud the Spud on the bright red mud, rolling down a highway smiling. The Spuds are big on a back of Bud's rig, they're from Prince Edward Island, they're from Prince Edward Island. And the Ontario Provincial Police don't think much of Bud. Yeah, the cops have been looking for the son of a gun that's been ripping a tire off the 401. They know the name on the truck shines up in the sun. Green Gables. But he hits Toronto and it's 7 o'clock when he backs her up again the terminal dock, and the boys gather round just to hear him talk about another big load of potatoes. It's Spud the Spud on the bright red mud, rolling down a highway smiling. The Spuds are big on a back of Bud's rig, they're from Prince Edward Island, they're from Prince Edward Island. From east to west that like the Spuds from the island best, 'cause they'll stand up to the hardest test. Right on the table. So when you see that big trucker rolling by, wave your hand or kind of wink your eye, 'cause that's Spud the Spud from old P.I. with another big load of potatoes. It's Spud the Spud, the right red mud, rolling down the highway smiling, because he's got another big load of the best doggone potatoes that's ever been growed. And they're from Prince Edward Island, from Prince Edward Island.
Well, I don't know whether I'd rather keep him in plywood or keep him in boots, one way or the other. I think it'd be pretty expensive. Pretty country ballad now, pretty little girl to sing it. Here's Donna Ramsey.
Thank you, Don. Out where the bright lights are glowing, you're drawn like a moth to a flame. You laugh while the wine's overflowing, while I sit and whisper your name. For once to hear me, for once to see, for once to dear me, closing on me. One night with you is like heaven, and so while I'm walking the floor, I listen for steps in the hallway and wait for your knock on my door. To hear me, for once to see, for once to near me, closing in on me.
Very nice indeed. Thank you, Donna. Well, Bud the Spud, as you probably gathered, got to be a very big hit for old Tom here, and old Tom's got another one right on the heels of that one. What do you call it, Tom?
Story about a guy from the Ottawa Valley, Don, called Big Joe Mufferaw.
Well, let's hear the story. Here we go.
Heave, hi, oh, the best man in Ottawa was Mufferaw Joe, Mufferaw Joe. Big Joe Mufferaw paddled in the Mattawa all the way from Ottawa, and just one day, hey, hey, on the River Ottawa, the best man we ever saw was Big Joe Mufferaw, the old folks say. Come and listen and I'll tell you what the old folks say. Now they say Big Joe had an old pet frog, bigger than a horse, and he barked like a dog. And the only thing quicker than a train upon a track was Big Joe riding on the bullfrog's back. Heave, hi, ho, the best man in Ottawa was Mufferaw Joe, Mufferaw Joe. Yeah, they say Big Joe used to get real wet from cutting down timber and working up a sweat. And everyone will tell you around Carlton Place, the Mississippi dripped off of Big Joe's face. Heave, hi, ho, the best man in Ottawa was Mufferaw Joe, Mufferaw Joe. Now, Joe had the portage from the Gatineau down to see a little girl he had in Kempville town. He was back and forth so many times to see that gal, the path he wore became the Rideau Canal. Heave, hi, ho, the best man in Ottawa was Mufferaw Joe, Mufferaw Joe. Big Joe Mufferaw paddled in a Mattawa all the way from Ottawa, and just one day, hey, hey, on the River Ottawa, the best man we ever saw was Big Joe Mufferaw.
Joe put out a forest fire halfway between Renfrew and Old Ironfriar. He was 50 miles away down around Smith Falls, but he drowned it out the fire with 5 spitballs. Heave, hi, ho, the best man in Ottawa was Mufferaw Joe. Mufferaw Joe. Well, he jumped into Calabogie Lake real fast, and he swam both ways to catch a cross-eyed bass. But he threw it on the ground and said, I can't eat that, so he covered it over with Mount St. Pat. Heave, hi, ho, the best man in Ottawa was Mufferaw Joe. Mufferaw Joe. Yeah, they say Big Joe drank a bucket of gin, and then he beat the living tar out of 29 men. And high on the ceiling of a Pembroke club, there's 29 boot marks, and they're signed with love. Heave, hi, ho, the best man in Ottawa was Mufferaw Joe. Mufferaw Joe. Big Joe Mufferaw paddled in a rattle wall, river Ottawa, just one day. Hey, hey, on the river Ottawa, the best man they ever saw was Big Joe Mufferaw, the old folks say. Come listen and I'll tell you what the old folks say. They say, heave, hi, ho, the best man in Ottawa was Mufferaw Joe. Mufferaw Joe. Big Joe Mufferaw, Big Joe Mufferaw, Big Joe Mufferaw, Big Joe Mufferaw.
Well, now we're going to reach into the ranks of the Hickories for a song. We've got our lead guitar player, Stan Taylor, standing by, Ronnie Noggle and Kenny Meisner. And together they sing Till I Met You. It's a dandy.
I thought I had seen pretty girls in my time. That was before I met you. I never saw one that I wanted for mine. That was before I met you. I thought I was swinging the world by the tail. I thought I could never be blue. I thought I'd been kissed and I thought I'd been loved, but that was before I met you. That was before I met you. I said that no woman could ever hold me, but that was before I met you. I thought I was swinging the world by the tail. I thought I could never be blue. I thought I'd been kissed and I thought I'd been loved, but that was before I met you. They say that you must reap just what you have sown. But darling, you know it's not true. For once I had plans about living alone. That was before I met you. I thought I was swinging the world by the tail. I thought I could never be blue. I thought I'd been kissed and I thought I'd been loved, but that was before I met you. But that was before I met you.
Countrytime returns after these messages.
We're gonna cut every link with the federal government if we have to, and then we're gonna bargain on a level. You hear that? A French-Canadian nation with a state of Quebec. Then we'll have some agreement with the rest of Canada on a fair level. We're gonna get rid of our complex of inferiority, of the traumatism that we have in our subconscious, because we have always been dominated by Anglo-Saxons.
It was a lucky thing that Americans didn't take Canadians for granted, because if they didn't, they'd die laughing. Well, anyway, this is true. Canada takes itself so terribly seriously, or some Canadians do.
Is that okay? No, you're not present. Look at this face, huh? Where are you?
Is that all right?
No.
Is that all right?
No.
Is that okay?
No.
Is that all right?
No, no, no. Nothing you ever do will prove to me.
The movers, the shakers, the forces and trends of our times, every Sunday night on CBC Weekend.
Back to Country Time in a minute.
This week, Country Calendar National Edition presents For All It's Worth. This is the story of the dairy industry in Canada, from the most efficient milk factory in the world to problems of surplus and subsidies, which cost Canadian taxpayers $125 million a year. And here is where it all begins, in the milking parlor on a modern dairy farm.
Country Calendar tomorrow afternoon at 1:30, 2 in Newfoundland.
Now let's welcome back Jerry Cole and the Countrymen.
I hear the hound dogs baying. I know just what they're saying. Georgia boy, there's no place you can hide. Sheriff's posse's coming. I gotta keep on running till I cross the river and I'm on the other side. Maybe tomorrow there'll be no more sorrow. Then I'll try to change my life of sin. But I know I'm only dreaming, 'cause I hear the sirens screaming. Georgia boy's in trouble again. In the Georgia work camp, food is bad, the quarters cramped. This ain't no way for a dog to live. Solitary drove me wild, so one night the bars I filed. Once again I became a fugitive, staying on the back road, looking for a railroad, searching for a boxcar to hide in. But in the meantime, these words keep running through my mind. Georgia boy's in trouble again. Oh, this Georgia boy's in trouble again. Yeah, this Georgia boy's in trouble again.
Working out fine, as usual. Well, Stompin Tom's standing by, about to tell us where he's been, and I guess it's about everywhere. Right? Where you go, Tom?
I was hitchhiking down along the dusty when a mucker road. Along came a transport truck with a high canvas covered load. If you're going to Winnemucca with me you can ride. I climbed into the cab. I settled down inside. He asked me if I'd seen a road with so much dust and sand. I said, listen, bud, I've traveled every road in this here land. I've been everywhere, man, I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man, I've breathed the mountains here, man. I've traveled, I've done my share, man. I've been everywhere. Where you been, he says. Oh, let me see now, a couple of places.
I've been to Reno, Chicago, Fargo, Minnesota, Buffalo, Toronto, Winslow, South Dakota, Wichita, Tulsa, Ottawa, Oklahoma, Tampa, Panama, Matamala, Oklahoma, Durango, Baltimore, Salvador, Amarillo, Anaheim, Vernon, Kalama, Delaware, McKellar. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the land, Shakespeare, man. I breathe the mountains there, man. I travel, I've done my share, man. I've been everywhere. Well, this truck driver turned around to me and said, listen, buddy, I'm a Canadian truck driver, and I want to hear a little of the North Country for a change. Well, I said, there's always Northern Ontario, places like North Bay and Temagami, New Liskeard, Haileybury, Cobalt, Timmins, Ansonville, Kirkland Lake, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, Hearst, Geraldton, Beardsmore, and the Lakehead. And heading from Nipigon down 17 into Schreiber, Marathon, White River, Wawa, and Sault Ste. Marie. Heading eastward from the Sioux on 17 to Fessalon, Blind River, Elliott Lake, Manitoulin Island, Espanola, Sudbury, Cache Bay, Sturgeon Falls, and back to North Bay. Heading on through now to the Ottawa Valley to Pembroke, Renfrew, Ottawa City, across the Quebec border into Montreal, Three Rivers, Quebec City, Rivière du Loup, and across another border into a country you all know well called there's Moncton, Chatham, St. John, Campbellton, Grand Falls, Sackville, Newcastle, Fredericton, Charlottetown, Somerset, Glace Bay, Annapolis, Spring Hill, City, Mines, Glasgow, Antigonish, Windsor, Truro, Gander, Bonavista, St. John's, Corner, Bakota, Bass, and Mr. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the desert, man. I breathe the mountains there, man. But there's just one place I haven't been. Tramping a gas and roller, man. Soon we're going to be there, man. Soon we're going to be there.
That's quite a workout, Tom. Well done. How about a big round of applause, eh, for Tom? Great stuff, eh? And for our other guests, there's Donna Ramsey and Jerry Cole. Yeah. Next week on Country Time, our guests will be Myrna Laurie, Doug Bell and the Gold Strikers, and a couple of others who we'll tell you about a little later on. Where else you been, by the way?
Dartmouth, Plattsburgh, Gravelburg, Colorado, Winnipeg, Rexburg, Vicksburg, Colorado, Laramie, the Alamo, Chattanooga, Vancouver, Johnstown, Nebraska, Alaska, Palaca, Caribou, Waterloo, Kalamazoo, Kansas City, Sioux City, Dodge City. What a pity. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the desert, spare, man. I breathe the mountains there, man. I travel, I've done my steer, man. I've been everywhere. Louisville, National Hospital, Omaha, New York, Newark, Costa Rica, Utah, Montreal, Springfield, Bakersfield, Shreveport, Hagen, Sac, Cadillac, Monza, like Devonport, Idaho, Mexico, Argentina, Diamantina, Pasadena, Cascade. See what I mean, Don? I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the desert.
This is the CBC Television Network.